Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday and it's the 9th of September, and it's called Worthy Wednesday. Now, it just seems like ages ago since I did my last video, and that was only last Wednesday. But lots can happen in a week. Lots have happened, of course, over the last months. An update on Mind Circles. I've actually managed to start my blogs again, and I'll try and keep quite topical and upbeat, of course, and my newsletters. If you want to get my newsletters, of course, please join the Mind Circles community. Just go to the website, and then you'll get the newsletters. Now, I want these to be regular, but not to overload you with the, emails every second. So at the moment, I'm trying to do them maybe monthly, unless a particular topic comes up. And as for my blogs, I do them when a topic pops into my head. And the most recent one was about conch shells and starfish, because they're symbols of rejuvenation and rebirth. And I think we just all need to feel that. So I'll post up a link to my blogs often, so you can check them out. I was thinking maybe one I'll do was on acorns, because from little acorns grow huge oak trees. So that's one I've got in my head I'm going to be doing. I've also had amazing feedback from those who've bought my book, The Weight of Emptiness, and a huge thank you to you all. And of course, it's much appreciated getting feedback. And hopefully, well, most people seem to have read into it and what I wanted it, the purpose of it. So back to today, why the title Worthy? Well, lots of us have been feeling, lots have contacted me as well about the uncertainty. And I was listening quickly to the news this morning again. And in fact, I just switched off because there's so much negativity. It's people confused about what the guidelines are. It's splitting countries, different in Ireland from Wales, from England, from Scotland. The message to me, what I try and say is just stay well and stay safe and do what you can. And Glasgow, where I am, was in lockdown, and I've just stayed in and done my nice meditation. So I'll be doing one today. I wondered what one to do, but I thought, people did go on holiday. Now, I wouldn't have done that in this time, and I do realise people need a holiday, but I actually do go on holiday in my head. And of course, I'd love to go up to the islands and the Highlands. Scotland is beautiful, the Hebrides, that's on my bucket list. But I look at the posts there's an artist posts up pictures of the Hebrides, beautiful, the turquoise sea and the sand. So I'm going to do a meditation at the end called The Beach and Horizon, and I'm just going to take you on holiday into the sun, and you can just imagine you're there. Because I think this challenging time, it seems to be continuing, and I know children are back to school, the pubs were open, some are now closed. I think it's even getting more overwhelming for people. So people are also thinking they really don't know what to do, and that brings on feelings of lack of worth and just feeling undervalued. And when you feel undervalued, the first thing to do, of course, is really to look inward. You need to look at yourself first, because it might be that it's your problem. If it's something about you that is creating this feeling of being undervalued, you can actually do something about it. Because remember, only you can change you. So if you're always thinking or saying negative things, then you'll definitely feel low. You feel undervalued, you feel just not worth anything. But if you look at yourself and it's to do with maybe your negative talk, then the good news is that you can do something about this, because you and only you can change yourself. You do this by changing your mindset. And remember, I've said it frequently, the mind is extremely powerful. And you need to look at all the facts of every situation. Don't immediately think the worst. We tend to do this, particularly if we're feeling low. So what about being valued? That's kind of different, feeling valued and being valued. Do you think others don't appreciate what you do? Do you always try to please everyone but get no thanks for it? A lot of this is to do with, of course, past conditioning. And I know that over the years, I've sometimes thought, "Ah, I have mug written on my forehead, just go to Pat, she'll do everything." And I was doing everything. And part of it was to please others. But then if you're doing something because you want to do it, then you're doing it to satisfy sort of something within you. And you don't need to even get thanks. You don't need to expect thanks. And just praise yourself. Praise yourself for doing something kind or whatever you did. And just say, that was a good job. If you don't want to do something, of course, then you must have the courage to say no. That was a real difficulty for me, saying no. Still is sometimes, because I think the tendency is to say no, but, and you add a whole lot of excuses. And I know I was doing that, and that's really difficult. But you don't want to be unkind, of course. But if you really find it difficult to say no, try and be kind and say, look, I can't do that just now, but if I can help on another day, or, couch it in something that's got this flavour of kindness to it. You don't just want to go, no. So just think about that, but don't always be pushing yourself, because if you do that, you're not taking care of yourself, and that's really difficult. If you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of others. Now, I urge you to look back at some of the videos on my YouTube channel. I think there's now, this one here is number, I think about 87. Lots of them. Now, I don't expect you to look at them all, but I would like to think that when this video is finished today, perhaps, you can look at the YouTube channel, and there's, as I say, there's about 87 or something, and use Stickomancy. Remember, I talked about that before. It's called randomly choosing something. And you can do this with a book, the self-help books, any book, in fact. Sometimes a book you're even reading, you might think, I'll just flick through the pages, and it drops open at something you need to learn about that day, or you're astounded, oh, I needed to read this today. And you can do that with the videos. Now, we titled the videos when I was doing these every day during lockdown, and now it's once a week. We titled them with titles chosen by others, and trying to make them upbeat. Wurlitzer Wednesday, a Frenzied Friday, and it might not give an idea of what the content is. So what you'll maybe have to do is look through them and think, ooh, I wonder what she's wearing. I'd like to look at that one. So maybe look at, I don't know, whatever colour I'm wearing, or maybe I'm not looking, well, I don't know. Just have a look at them. And I'm sure you'll pick one that you need to learn about that day. All I say is just try it. It's surprising what you'll find. And of course, for those who have been watching and listening, you know or should know my tips, and they're my ABC, easy to use. And of course, you have to do them regularly. If you use and practice the ABC regularly, you really will feel better about yourself and everything around about you. They do work. So here are some tips on how to keep yourself positive and feeling valued and worthy. And my aim is to help you feel confident, strong, mighty like the oak tree, and optimistic about the future. So first of all, my nose is itchy. That means I'm going to be angry with somebody. No, that's an old wives' tale. Be positive. Now, I know this is impossible to do all the time, but fear and anxiety will just make you remember negative things, and it just emphasises how you see everything, and you'll find yourself being afraid of everything. And particularly in this time, when you hear the news, you're like, I can't go out, I can't do this, I can't do. Just stop for a minute. Whenever you hear that inner voice say something negative, stop. Turn it into a positive. You can make a list, say, of all the negative things you see. Now, throughout the day, it's, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I don't feel well. Oh, I don't know. You write these things down, and then on another column, write down the positive words. Now, what's actually quite good is that you can write these down, make it a fairly short list, really. Even can't, can, won't, will, and Post that up somewhere. So every time something negative pops into your head, look at that list and just turn the word into the positive one. And of course, one of the fabulous things is to be aware of nature. The beauty of nature is just astounding, and it gives you a wider perspective of everything. You'll start to see that you've got choices, you'll be more resilient, and you'll have the courage to face these challenges and turn them into opportunities. Another tip is stop thinking that you can control everything. You can't. So let go of things you can't control. And when you do this, you cope better. Remember, only you can change what you have control over. And that includes situations, people, and even your inner voice. Remember, don't take everything so personally. Often, if something is said, we take offence immediately. And that's if somebody speaks to you abruptly or maybe in a curt manner. But often it has nothing to do with you. It's maybe the mood that person is in at the time. And if you can think back to I've spoken about it more than once, but that effective listening model, which is a good one, not just for counsellors, not just for professionals, but for everybody. The effective listening model slows everything down. We're so quick we sometimes listen to what somebody's saying, but we don't give full attention to it or focus on it. And that's the problem. You maybe hear somebody say something, but your mind's somewhere else. So you misinterpret it. So it's important that when somebody is talking to you, that you listen carefully to what they're saying. And that's called focusing. And acknowledge what they're saying. There's nothing worse than you're talking to somebody and they're maybe turning away and doing something else. It's horrible. You're kind of dismissing them. And even if it's a trivial matter, it's not trivial to them. So what you need to do is, acknowledging doesn't mean you're agreeing with them. Acknowledging means that you're showing you're listening, and that can be nodding or and just making small noises, and they feel better, they feel valued. And then of course the next step, which is often missed, is clarify. So you've got your focus, your acknowledge, and then clarify. How many times have you gone, oh yeah, thanks very much, and you're off? And then you leave the person, a couple of minutes later you think, I don't really know what they were talking about. So you need to clarify, what is it they were talking about? What did they want you to do? So just take a moment. Now this sounds as if it's a long process. It isn't. You can do it within seconds. Just remember the steps. So clarify and then respond. Now respond does not mean saying, yes, I'll do that. Respond means you're taking control over your response. You're saying, I've got a lot to think about there. Can you give me a day or two or an hour or two? I'll need to see what I can do or if I can do it. And then, of course, you can go back and you focus again with your answer. You can see, I'll be able to do that. Yes, that's fine. Or no. So just see that whole it goes round in a circle. It's a very powerful model, and if we all kind of did it, we wouldn't get into the confusion that we are. Perhaps maybe even some of our leaders should be doing these, using this effective communication model. The next thing is, don't wait for others to praise you. Many of us have not been praised if we've been growing up. In fact, I think certainly I would have said that it was either nobody wants to know what you've done, or, you've got nothing worthwhile to say. Past conditioning has got a lot to do with this. So you need to learn to say, do you know what? I'm going to praise myself. If you've done a good job, just say, a great job. I did a great job. And it's good to, if you've not been praised as you were growing up, it's quite good practice to praise others. If they have actually done something really good, say, thanks very much, that was a fabulous job. And of course, the old saying, it was a mentor of mine said to me, if you want to criticise somebody, maybe they haven't done something good, always start with praise, Start with saying, that was really good. I liked what you did there. Perhaps you could have done better in this bit, and then finish with a positive. So it's a positive, and then maybe let them know what they could have done better, and then a positive. People feel better. That's like constructive criticism. And it's very important nowadays because I think people are so quick to just destroy everything people have done, and that was rubbish and I didn't like that, and just need to stop and think. And comments that you would not say to somebody's face, don't post them up on social media. There's no need for that. And of course, encourage yourself. And if you encourage yourself and you encourage others, it's better kind of for everybody, more healthy relationships. And of course, use my ABC. And for today, the A for affirmation, remember the 3 P's, got to be personal, that's like I, positive, so that's a nice positive word, and then past or present tense, never future. Remember, the athletes, the successful people don't go, I'm going to be winning that gold in 2030. They visualize it now and they see, I have that gold in my grasp. So for your affirmation today, it would be, I am valued. I feel valued. I am worthy. And as I say this, I don't know if you notice, but I sit back up and straighten my back, and it gives you a wee bit of confidence there. It's a short statement, and if you really are feeling low, I would write it down on a little card and just have that beside you in your purse, in your wallet, on the fridge door, wherever. And as soon as you feel a wee bit low, just look at it and just say in your own head, I feel valued, I am worthy. And don't, it's just so many things can bring us down. And that just would boost you there and then. And of course, be breathing. Take 3 deep breaths. I mean, absolutely slows you down. It calms you, it relaxes you, but also energizes you because you're bringing oxygen into your body. And then, of course, use your creative imagination. Use that imagination to believe in yourself. Don't let the negative talk or your own or others bring you down. Don't let it get in the way. Don't let fear get in the way. Put them into that balloon. If anybody's annoying you, if anything's annoying you, I have my balloon to hand and I pop it into that and let it go. I just say, let it go. And it's that kind of feeling of freedom. They don't know, only you know that you've let it go. So I don't know if my videos are becoming a bit shorter or whatever, but I'm going to be continuing these every Wednesday because from feedback, I think people just need that wee boost and they can look back on and if they want. And we don't know until Christmas what this holds. So I'm going to do the Mind Bites meditation today. Now, I was thinking that I said we needed a holiday. Everybody needs a holiday. And of course, instead of going to places and then having to quarantine when you came home, you need to sit quietly and you can think in your mind, you can take yourself off. And I'm going to take you off to a beach and horizon where you will feel wonderful. You will feel the summer sun. It helps you cope with challenges. It makes you feel mighty and strong and confident. So we need to sit grounded with our feet on the ground and you're going to be mighty and strong. And you want to close your eyes. So if you close your eyes and just take a deep breath in through the nose, hold, and then exhale. Now imagine you are walking on golden sand, stretching far into the distance. You feel free. Space is all around you. You can see as far as the horizon. There is only this peaceful scene. Sand, sea, and open space. You feel the sun on your face. You feel the warmth of the sun. You feel confident. You feel free. You move forward with a sense of purpose. You can sense the freedom. Now take a deep breath in, breathe in that wonderful air and feel the warmth of the air fill your body and mind. Let it flow through your body. Your breath is filling you with confidence. Now slowly exhale, and then you can open your eyes and just say, I feel free. I feel positive. I am confident. I know I can face challenges with confidence and purpose. I can turn these challenges into opportunities. Now just take a deep breath in, hold, and then exhale, and just shrug your shoulders, just relax again. Now remember, of course, never be afraid to seek professional help if you find yourself getting really overwhelmed or depressed. But for many of us, just taking a few moments to affirm, I feel good, I feel confident, I am worthy, the breathing, and then doing that wee exercise. I've got many meditations. I call them my mind bites. They're simple, easy to listen to. The ones on my website, of course, have music to them, nice calming music. But I hope you've enjoyed today. And remember, of course, virtual hugs just now are the way forward. And a smile costs you nothing. And of course, laughter is the best medicine. So I hope you've got a fabulous day ahead and week. And I'll be back next Wednesday. If there's any particular topic, of course, please private message me or post up, I'm feeling this, or if somebody could talk about whatever topic it is. And thank you again for watching and listening, and have a fabulous day. Thank you.